Yes, indeed. It's Ringside Report MMA tonight on the show. Fallout from UFC 305. Why is Khalil Roundtree getting a title shot? And Jon Jones hinting at retirement. What does Tom Aspinall think about all this?
Let's go!
I'll tell you what, it doesn't matter what Tom Aspinall thinks about all this. I'm getting sick and tired of Tom Aspinall talking trash about Jon Jones and Stipe by God Miocic. Welcome to the show.
That's okay. I'll be here to talk trash about Stipe.
No. Tom Aspinall is going at Stipe. He's saying things about Stipe, and it's really unnecessary. Stipe Miocic is catching stray bullets from Tom Aspinall's Twitter gun. And I don't understand why Aspinall, in order to try and lobby in getting this fight with Jon Jones, has to go at Stipe Miocic and start calling him Biden and talking about how he's old and beat up and this and that. Why is Tom Aspinall going so hard at Stipe? Stipe didn't do anything to Tom Aspinall. Why is Tom Aspinall...
Is he saying that
doing
to
all this?
Stipe, or is he saying that about Stipe to Jon Jones?
Well, what's the difference?
Because there's a difference. I mean, he's not attacking Stipe. He's attacking the opponent that Jon Jones chose.
Why? AJ, there's a lot of noise coming from your end, by the way, buddy.
What?
I don't know what it is. There's
What the hell noise, man?
You got like...
It's quite as a
you got a
church mouse
TV on
here.
or something near you?
Actually, yeah, I got SpongeBob in the background. You're right.
Okay. Oh, it's not as loud now. I don't know. It just kind of dropped off. I think you're good.
Your production did something there.
Good. Well, that's what they're there for.
Come on, man. Let's be honest.
Come
Stipe,
on. No,
man,
why
the
is he
last time
going
we
at
saw him-
Stipe, though? Like, why
Because,
does he
like, the
have to
same
go
thing-
and
the same way
attack
Freddie-
Stipe Miocic? I think it's
Same way
unnecessary.
Fred's gonna attack him, the same way I'm gonna attack him, because the last time we saw like Stipe was at that UFC event, and he was walking like I'm walking this week, which isn't great. I'm telling you, the guy has hip issues, sciatic issues. He has all kinds of problems that when we saw him
He
together,
hasn't
Dave,
fought
you
in
can't,
years.
and he hasn't fought in years. But you got to admit yourself, Dave, he didn't look great when he was walking. He looked like, a broken
No.
man. Let's be
But
honest.
again, we got to understand the conversation. We got to understand what's really going on here. Tom Aspinall is a desperate man. Tom Aspinall is a man with an interim championship who knows he's never going to get to unify that title. He will never be the real undisputed heavyweight champion, the linear champion of the UFC, because Jon Bones Jones will never fight him because he doesn't need to fight him. And if anybody thinks that he would retire because he's scared of Tom Aspinall, you haven't been following the UFC long enough, and you don't really understand who Jon Jones is, was, and always will be. Jon Jones isn't scared of Tom Aspinall. I think most of us on this show would pick Jon Jones to beat Tom Aspinall in a fight. AJ excluded, probably.
Of course,
but I think Jones would come out as a favorite. And Aspinall, he's a desperate man. He has no money fights at heavyweight. This is why he's talking about Jon Jones. This is why he's talking about Stipe Miocic, because those are the two biggest names he can talk about. Why isn't Tom Aspinall talking about Cyril Gann? Why isn't Tom Aspinall talking about anybody else at heavyweight?
I do.
Because he wants the top dogs, man. You just want him to like shut up and accept the fact that Jon Jones doesn't want to fight him. This guy wants to be number one. He wants to fight the top dogs. And yes, he wants to make money. Of course, everybody wants to make money. But I'm giving him props, man. He's calling out all the top guys. And yes, I do think Jon Jones would beat him. But, man, stop dismissing the guy, man. The guy's the interim champion. He should be calling the champ out. If he wouldn't be calling Jon Jones out, I'd be disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, whatever he's doing right now is normal.
I think if anybody's going to beat Jon Jones, it would be Tom Aspinall in the next fight, because you would be catching Jon Jones at the tail end of his career. Aspinall is very good. He's a big, strong heavyweight. He's got a shot, but there's no reason for Jon Jones to give him that opportunity. Jon Jones has been there and done that. He was the greatest light heavyweight of all time, the greatest MMA fighter of all time. He went up to heavyweight. He decimated Cyril Gane. He wanted to fight Francis Ngannou. The fight never happened. Francis left the UFC. They couldn't come to terms. So Jon Jones won the heavyweight title by beating Cyril. Quickly. Way easier than Francis Ngannou did, but that's irrelevant. What's relevant is he has beaten anybody and everybody thrown in front of him for over a decade at the championship level, which has never been done and will never be done again. He's by far the greatest mixed martial artist of all time. He could walk away without fighting Stipe Miocic and still be considered the greatest of all time, and there's no debate. You can't even say, oh, well, this guy or that guy. Look at the numbers, look at the records, look at the fights, look at the years.
That has nothing to do.
Zero debate. He's the greatest ever. He doesn't need to fight anymore. So he could walk away and not fight Tom Aspinall. The Aspinall fight for Jon Jones is so unnecessary. If he beats Tom Aspinall, it will add 0 to his legacy. If he beats Stipe Miocic, it will have that name of the longest reigning, the most defending UFC champion of all time, Stipe Miocic, on his resume as another W. That's why he's fighting Stipe Miocic.
I disagree.
It's for legacy. And that's why Stipe's fighting Jon Jones, for the exact same reason, because Stipe is a fighter and he thinks he's got a shot. Just because we don't think he's got a shot doesn't mean he doesn't think he's got a shot. His people don't think he's got a shot. And we know fighting, anything can happen.
Yeah, of course, anything can happen. But wait, I want to jump in here because I disagree completely.
Yeah.
When Rory McDonald called out BJ Penn, I thought it was weak because BJ Penn was finished, and BJ Penn probably thought he had a chance, but everybody knew he didn't have a chance. And it's the same thing with Stipe and Jon Jones. Nobody's really giving a chance to Stipe. So I'm not that interested in that fight. Stipe hasn't fought in years, hasn't won in even longer because he lost his last fight. This guy in his last couple of fights was only fighting Ngannou or Cormier. Like, the game has evolved. Like, we're past Stipe, man. I'm okay with Stipe staying retired. I don't need to see more Stipe.
Sure.
And yeah, he's a legend, but Aspinall is much more relevant right now than Stipe.
But what does that mean, relevant right now? If Jon Jones beats him, how relevant is he?
It'll be an extra thing on his pedestal. I mean, Jon Jones beats everybody. I'm just saying, dismiss.
Of the names that Jon Jones has defeated, if he just beats Tom Aspinall's going to be on the pile with Anthony Smith, with Dominic Reyes, with Ovin St. Preux.
That's not fair. That's not
fair. He's going to be on the pile with a bunch of guys.
None of these guys ever held a title.
Yeah, but he held it. It's an interim title, and if Jones beats him, he's in obscurity. And honestly, if you look at the list of guys that Jones has beat, Rampage, Rashad, Shogun, Lyoto, the Gustafsson fights, Daniel Cormier, some of these other guys are just a blip on the radar. Like, they barely register.
Yeah, but it's at a different weight class,
Anthony
Dave.
Smith? Why did he fight Anthony Smith, Because there was nobody else. And Jon Jones fought anybody put in front of him and beat him.
Yeah, but you're not putting a Tom Aspinall at, what is he, 6'6" or something like that? Like, he's a big boy, man.
He's different. I'll give you that. He's a different sized man. But I'm saying, as far as name value goes, name value, he's not selling pay-per-views. He co-main evented his last card to Leon Edwards. Come on. Co-main. Bilal Muhammad main evented over this dude. Get out of here. This guy's not a draw.
Well, I think he's becoming more of a draw. That's for sure. That's for sure.
In England, people don't know his name. Nobody's asking me about him.
Well, you know what? It's because he needs to beat Jon Jones. But if he beats Jon Jones, everybody will be talking about him. But let's be honest. He beat Curtis Blades in 60 seconds. You know what I'm saying? He's
needs
right
to
there.
beat
And
Jon
the UFC actually apparently spoke to him and said that if something happens with Stipe, can he step in? And he said, absolutely. And that's exactly what's going to happen. The fight is going to be with Stipe on card, but I have a feeling it's going to end with Aspinall as the actual fight. And to be honest, you can't just like dismiss Tom Aspinall. He's very, very different. Look, I think Cyril Gane was a beast. I think he got caught with Jon Jones and he got choked out.
You picked him to win too. Let's not forget.
Well, you know what? There was a reason for that because he was able to perform up to that point. But Tom Aspinall has a harder punch than Cyril Gane, that's for sure. Much more dangerous on his feet. I'm not saying it's going to be a cakewalk.
I just want to get back to also another point is that, like I said earlier, what do you want Tom Aspinall to do? Just sit there and take it as Jon Jones pisses on him? Like, hey, you're not worth shit. So you want Tom Aspinall to just stay there and go, okay, I'm not worth shit?
He doesn't have to go and take shots at Stipe. Stipe didn't do anything. He's trying to fight Jon Jones. He's not trying to fight
shots at Stipe. He's taking shots at Jon Jones' competition.
But it's still saying bad things about Stipe Miocic. He's still saying bad things about a legend for no reason.
But he has a point, dude. In some sense, he hasn't fought in 3 years.
What would you have said if Anderson Silva, instead of fighting, I don't know, Chael Sonnen, said, I want to fight Rich Franklin again? Come on, man. You fight who's relevant at the time, man. It's not about like fighting past champions. Stipe's pretty, I don't know. I don't have that much of an issue with the Stipe fight, but I have zero issue with Tom Aspinall calling out and saying, hey, I should be the guy. Like, if anything, that's his way to promote his brand. And I'm just going to say one thing for Tom Aspinall. You might be getting mad at the wrong guy, though, because I think we're going to talk later on about, like, Pereira and Roundtree. And to me, that is a setup to give an easy fight to Pereira to set up Jon Jones versus Pereira next. So that's what I'm reading. I'm speculating, but when they announced that Pereira versus Roundtree, in my head, I'm going, maybe they want to do Jon Jones versus Pereira next. Jon Jones beats Stipe, Pereira beats Roundtree. Those are the two expected results, I would say, most people would expect for those fights. And then you make Pereira versus Jon Jones, man. That would be the biggest money fight. So Aspinall might have other stuff that conflicts, that comes in conflict with his plans.
I would have a hard time believing the UFC is going to let Aspinall defend an interim title twice. You know what I mean? I think Aspinall's next fight is for the undisputed championship, whether it's against Jon Jones or somebody else. But I don't think Jon Jones is going to turn around after fighting Stipe and go ahead and fight Pereira at heavyweight. Like, Pereira's not going to get a shot at the heavyweight title before the interim champion. That would be kind of crazy, wouldn't it?
Well, you never know what the UFC, saying, Dave. You never know.
That's the money fight that UFC would want to do.
Yeah.
People love Pereira. And
I don't see Jones dropping back down to 205 either.
No. Heavyweight fight, man.
Yeah.
Pereira walks like at 230, they say. So
I think it's going to be Pereira and Aspinall for the undisputed title next year. I think Jones fights Stipe, beats him, retires in New York, and gives up the belt, obviously, and we'll have an undisputed championship. I think Aspinall will probably just become the undisputed champion and maybe have his first defense against Pereira next year. I think that's the move. I think the UFC knows it, too. I think they're setting up Pereira for an Aspinall fight. Why is Khalil Roundtree getting this shot? I'll tell you why. Because the UFC is afraid of Magomed Ankalaev.
To protect Pereira. They got plans for Pereira.
Him. See, Alex Pereira, I don't think is scared of any of these guys. I think the UFC is just protecting him, which sucks. Stop protecting your champions. Either they're the best or they're not. If they can be beat, they can be beat.
They want to drive it a little bit longer, man.
Roundtree, I got to get the rankings back up because I was watching them earlier this week. Yeah. I'm going, there's a couple of guys also. I agree, Ankalaev should be the normal pick, but even Rakic or Krylov or Ozdemir are probably more deserving than Roundtree. Roundtree's on a little win streak, but he's ranked number 8, man, and he hasn't defeated many people. Like, he has one quality win, if I remember his record. Who did he beat? Yeah, he beat Smith and Anthony Smith. And other than that, I don't see a lot of quality wins on his record.
And then he pulled out of a fight with Jamal Hill because he knew he took a tainted supplement or something. Then he self-reported, so they suspended him. So he had to pull out of the Jamal Hill fight. If you would have beat Jamal Hill, yeah, okay, give him a title shot. You beat a former champion, but he didn't do that. He didn't fight Jamal Hill. He's 13-5 as a pro. He's 34 years old. He's got a 5-fight win streak, but like you said, it's not over big names other than Anthony Smith. His last fight was December of 2023, and now they're going to throw him in a title fight in October of 2024 against Alex Pereira, UFC 307 in Salt Lake City, Utah. They're just throwing anybody at Pereira at this point.
Look at the other names, though, like Rakic, Krylov, Ozdemir. All those names are more dangerous. So, again, I think they're protecting Pereira. Like, all the other options, whether it's Ankalaev, Rakic, Krylov, Ozdemir, I think are more dangerous than Roundtree because they bring some type of grappling also to the fight. So, maybe they could cause some problem to Pereira. But I don't know. They're protecting Pereira. There's no other way to say it.
For sure. He's ranked just above Johnny Walker. He's ranked 8th. Johnny Walker is ranked 9th. So he's right in that, in that small group. I absolutely agree with you, Fred. So they're protecting him. I think the investment is to keep him a little bit longer, make that money, and it is a business after all, and that's the thing. And he's a hot commodity right now, Pereira. He's internationally known.
And if you're Jon Jones, man, and you want to retire soon, so you're taking the Stipe fight, but then we tell you hey, okay, you don't want to fight Aspinall. He's a big guy. He has some grappling, blah blah blah. But hey, we're willing to give you Pereira. You could make $12 million for another fight or whatever, $10 million, and Pereira's not that hard of a challenge for Jon Jones, and they could sell it. They'll know how to sell it. They'll put all the highlights of Pereira's knockouts, but the truth is Jon Jones going to bring him to the ground the same way he did with Cyril. Yeah. And make an easy payday. So,
and the same way he'd do to Tom Aspinall.
I don't think so, Dave. I mean, it's going to be
not as easy. I think Aspinall would be a little harder than Cyril.
Maybe.
Yeah, Jon Jones is the greatest, man.
Jon Jones has been wrestling and gaining weight and lifting weights and training with Gordon Ryan. Come on, man.
Training or partying? I'm not sure.
Well, both.
Yeah, but both. But if you look at Tom Dave,
did you see that Gordon Ryan video I sent you guys this week? You guys watch that?
Which one was it?
About his brother and why they broke up and everything?
Part of
no, I didn't see that.
I don't know.
I saw
freaky.
I saw the Greg Jones and Garcia one that was sent.
Now watch the Gordon Ryan video I sent you. Was bananas. I don't even want to talk about it on this show because it's too explosive. Just some stuff about Gordon Ryan that seems pretty suspicious.
That he's juicing?
No. How come the B team has a T-shirt with a crown on it that they sell that says "cuck" under it? What's that? Why they do that?
No idea, man.
That's weird, eh? It's weird.
Is there a meaning behind it?
They call Gordon Ryan the king of jiu-jitsu. He wears a crown all the time. It's weird.
Right.
I wanted to do a B team order the other day, but they don't ship to Canada.
Oh, that's too bad. They got some funny merch.
I want a Mexican ground karate rash guard.
There you go.
The Karate Kid. Hey, man, Antoinette is on, and she's at the BMO field, man. Watching Ringside.
Shout out to Antoinette. Shout out to Patrick C. Hamilton out in Saskatchewan. I see you, Patrick, supporting us since day one. Angelo Contagonis in the chat as well. Antoinette.
Everybody.
She's at BMO Field. Lior. He says he liked Dynamite this week. I actually haven't seen it yet. I'm going to catch up. I got to catch up.
There's a pay-per-view this weekend, I think.
Yeah, pay-per-view is on Sunday
AEW.
afternoon in England. So we'll do a watch-along Sunday afternoon, evening. Not a watch-along, post-show. You know what
Heck is the CNE?
I don't know.
It says she's going to the CNE after. What's CNE after that?
No. I don't know.
CNE?
I have no idea. What's
Must be
BMO
a
Field?
Toronto
Where
thing.
is that? Toronto, I'm guessing?
Toronto, man.
Riders. What are the Riders? She's saying go
CFL.
Riders.
Saskatchewan,
It's the
man.
CFL.
Green is the color.
Saskatchewan Rough Riders?
The color of my team.
They're playing in Toronto? Is that the deal? I'm trying to understand what the hell's going on here. I don't really,
Support
Oh,
like
Dave.
a Canadian football.
Come on, man.
It's a beast. It's a B show, man.
Yep. Canadian
crown.
National Exposition. It's a fair. It's like there's rides and stuff. The CNE.
Oh, they're playing the Argonauts tonight. Yeah, nice.
I'm
Alouettes
going
are
back
doing
to
well,
the-
man.
This weekend, I'm going back to the Alabama of Quebec. You remember what that is? I told you
Poilievre.
before. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. And AJ is a real Quebecois, man.
Man, the weather may be getting colder, but the summer's not over for Fred. Fred's always
No,
on
not
an
for Freddie,
adventure.
man.
Man, I feel like my son.
Trois-Rivières is amazing. I love
Over.
Trois-Rivières. I'll tell you. The first time I ever went to Trois-Rivières, I
It's a
went to
cool place.
Benny's. You know, it is, man. You know Benny's chicken, Fred.
Yeah, we have some here close to my place.
I know, but
yeah,
originally started in
yeah, I know. But you know, like Ocock, D-Cock,
Yeah.
at the cock.
Cock. Yeah, it's a chicken place.
Ocock. Yeah,
Cock.
the chicken place, guys.
Yeah, well, it's the same owners than Benny. Like they're all related. It's all
What?
family.
Really, man, that family's
But they all
rolling in
sold it this time.
the cock.
Now it's foodtastic.
I don't really.
No,
eat
no,
one of
Benny's
those
is
big-
amazing.
I don't like it.
And that's what I'm saying. Dave doesn't know what I'm talking about, but the first time I ever had an opportunity to eat Benny's was in Trois-Rivières, and I went in there and I came out of there. I'm like, damn, this was amazing, man.
It's the best
I
sauce.
think I gotta buy into it. It is, man. Good sauce, good chicken, amazing fries.
Yeah,
Trois-Rivières, man.
much better than Saint Hubert.
Home of the free. Home of the
Better
free,
than
man.
Scores.
Oh yeah. We won't be getting sponsors by Scores now, but I'll tell you what, maybe
Or
Benny's
Saint
could,
Hubert.
like, you know,
Thanks.
or Saint Hubert, yeah. But I'm gonna tell you, Trois-Rivières is really a nice place, man. They have the
I'm
college and
sleeping over
university
there, man.
there. Should go. We should all make a road trip to Trois-Rivières.
I'm planning next year a trip at Niagara's, and I was gonna tell you guys we should all go, like all our families, a Niagara trip.
Niagara Falls?
yeah, man.
for
Do
sure.
we have
That'd
to
be-
bring our
that'd be fun.
families?
course,
yeah.
man. It's a family
That's
trip.
Vegas then. Dave's got a point because there's casinos over there. There's some nightlife.
Yeah, I don't really gamble.
Yeah, but you can. You have money and time. You could gamble with money and
Oh,
time.
Antoinette's
very
gonna meet
easily.
us there, man.
Check out
It
our
would be
friends over
wild.
at bet99.ringsidereport.net. They can help you out. Mm-hmm.
Well, they didn't. We
Mhm.
didn't do too well last week. Like our picks kind of fizzled out. We didn't make money last week.
I got Drekus winning. That was good. You picked
That's
Israel
true.
Adesanya, which
Yeah,
sucked.
and
That was
what
not
happened?
good.
I didn't see it. What happened to Gamrod? Like, did he really lose? Not
Nah.
Gamrod. What's the other fight I picked? Was it Gamrod?
You
What's the
had
it was
other-
Gamrot,
Steve
dude.
Erceg.
Yeah, it was Gamrod. Yeah,
Yeah,
what happened?
Gamrot
How-
got screwed in a split decision to Dan Hooker. It was some Australian
ridiculous.
decision stuff going
I should have
on.
won my parlay. You see.
Yeah, me too.
Well, I'll
I
be
had
honest.
the Gamrot fight also ruined the Team Dave parlay. It ruined both our parlays. The Gamrot fight sucked. Hooker
Yeah,
won
that
a
was
split
ridiculous.
decision. I had
Australia.
Jairzinho. My parlay was Jairzinho, Hooker, and Drekus. No, Jairzinho, Gamrot, and Drekus. And the Gamrot fight, the split decision loss, screwed me on the parlay.
It didn't make sense. That's when you just sit back and say, like, this is how you destroy like quality like sports organization.
But
Because
then I
there was
kind of
no
made
way.
it back. I made it back with a side bet on
Yeah.
Dricus, just straight up, because
But
Dricus
Dave-
was coming in at like even money. You know, you double your money with Dricus. It was like a pick'em fight with Adesanya, and maybe I figured
Israel
it
looked
out
good in the
before
first
everybody else, but I feel like Adesanya in the Strickland fight showed us what was going on. Like he's lost his step. He's
Well-
getting older. He's had the wars. It's kind of
Well, he looked
like
good in the first
Adesanya
round,
had an
Dave.
okay performance, but like, come on now. Come on.
I thought he was going to
And-
retire.
Yeah. Like Adesanya is not the top of the top anymore. You got to face facts.
God.
Everybody has his day, and
Hard.
Adesanya's day is done. Is what it is.
But listen, go back to the Gamrot thing. Like, Freddie didn't watch that, but let me tell you, Fred, if you watch the fight, you'll have no idea why Dan Hooker got that win.
It was a good
Let's
fight.
be honest.
It was a close fight.
It was,
but I
was
think
it?
Gamrot clearly won.
Well,
didn't
that's what I'm
like
trying
it.
to say. If you say clearly, and it was pretty clear to a lot of people where you're like, what the hell happened here? And that was the problem. The judging comes in, and they kind of did it for a couple of other fights where you're like, what the hell is going on? You know? And again,
you know,
they
one
got
judge
improved,
got
man.
removed. They bounced the
What?
judge. Because remember, Jairzinho beat Tai Tuivasa, but they called it a
Yeah.
split decision where it was
How did that make
29-28 to Jairzinho, 30-27
Welcome.
Jairzinho, and then one judge scored it 30-27 to Tuivasa, which is outrageous. Like, to score any of those rounds for Tuivasa was nuts, but all three is really crazy. And
on,
that
man.
judge, like, after that fight, they removed him. They're like, you can't judge any more fights on this card.
Who's the
You're done.
judge again? Which one was that? Because I remember you were showing it on air.
Yeah,
but
yeah. I was showing it
wow,
on the
to
show.
be removed as a judge means, man, like they should do that more often. Like, there's a few other judges that we keep seeing, and every time they come, they kind of like, throw everybody off in a loop.
He was very bad. I'm going to try and get it for you here in a minute. But that doesn't usually happen. Judge Booth? Is that it? Booth? See if I can
Judge
get his
Biden.
full name. Howie Booth. Howie Booth was the judge
Howie
who scored
Booth
it
about
for
that?
Tai Tuivasa. They removed him.
That was ridiculous. The
Oh,
boot.
Howard.
You got the boot, all right.
What is that? I'm seeing something. I don't know what that is. Okay.
Sad man said on his
And
podcast,
Dricus, of
judges
course,
on
beating
the juice.
Adesanya. I don't know what's next for Adesanya. Honestly, this is what I think they're going to do. I
What are they
think the
gonna do?
winner of Robert Whittaker and Khamzat Chimaev, that guy fights Dricus. Unless it's Whittaker. Although maybe Whittaker still gets... I think they'll still give... If Whittaker beats Khamzat, I think they give Whittaker a title shot. And if Khamzat beats Whittaker, I think they give Khamzat a title shot. And then I think Sean Strickland is going to wind up fighting Adesanya in a rematch. That's what I think is going to happen. Because Strickland said he's not fighting until they give him a title shot. But if they give him another fight with Adesanya, I think that's a big money fight. He could take that.
Mhm.
Main event of Fight
I'm
Night
just looking-
somewhere. You know, not in Vegas, but one of those fight nights where they're on the road, sell out an arena. I think they could do Adesanya versus Strickland. 2.
Strickland's
Main
not gonna
event,
go on a
something,
fight
Abu
night.
Dhabi, who knows? And then you do the winner of Khamzat Whittaker versus Dricus. I think that's where we're headed in the middleweight division.
Man, production just sent me the scorecard for the Jairzinho
I don't hear AJ
fight
anymore.
You don't hear me?
You hear me?
Wait, I don't hear Fred either. I don't hear
You
nothing.
don't hear nobody. Yeah, what happened?
Can you hear?
What just happened?
Bonjour.
Testing.
You guys
Niente.
go ahead.
Testing.
Well, listen, man, I just got the production sent something with the scorecard for the Jairzinho, and that Howie scored all 3 rounds, like Dave was saying, I'm looking at it again, and I'm like, he gave all 3 rounds 10-9.
AJ, do you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you perfectly.
But Dave doesn't hear us. I'm not sure if the
But I heard
radio
him.
show hear us. I know we hear Dave. It's weird. Does YouTube
Johnny goes,
hear us?
hopefully Dave isn't deaf. Yeah, listen, YouTube world, man, let us know. You can't blame me this time.
wasn't me.
But I can hear you, Fred.
God damn, pal. I can't hear you at all. I hear nothing.
But we hear you. We hear you.
I know you can hear me, and I know that the people can hear you. But I'm hearing nothing.
I think everybody can hear us, man.
Yeah. So keep on going. Entertain the people, AJ.
Yeah, Johnny says we hear everything, man. But it's nice to see Dave when he flips out, man. It brings up our ratings. Angry Bird Dave. Uh-oh. He's getting into it. I can see it. Look at his eyes. He's got the American Psycho eyes going.
He knows you're talking about him. He's getting mad now.
Look at him.
But I understand.
Angry.
These
He looks like Angry Cat.
Yeah, these technical glitches are frustrating for Dave. Let's show him some compassion.
Says he can't hear me. Oh, this is perfect. I can say whatever the hell I want now. Oh, here he goes. Let's go. I'm going to do a breakdown. I'm going to do a fighting down. Here we go, the breakdown. So Dave right now is like looking at the screen.
Yeah,
his eyes are opening up. Angry.
Dave
Angry
is
cat.
Crazy. Dave is crazy to think that Sean Strickland will fight on a fight night, the next fight. Like he's a pay-per-view guy. And
Sean Strickland is a pay-per-view guy, man. Come on.
Of course. And how can he not get the next title shot? What's this thing about Whitaker versus Khamzat getting the next title shot, man? Come on, man. Sean Strickland. Give him the title shot.
I agree. Look, man, he brings in the money, he brings in the attendance, he brings in the pay-per-view viewership, man. The guy is money, and that's the thing. And again, you need to bring in guys like that because they drive in numbers, and at the same time they can put on a good show and technically win it again. Sean Strickland. Dave would agree with that, I'm pretty sure. Let's see if he nods.
Of course.
Dave, do you agree?
Nod.
Yes, Dave. Yeah, Dave.
Yes.
Dave agrees. And he agrees that Conor McGregor is probably going to win again. I know that when he comes back.
I disagree on that one.
Angelo. Shut up, AJ. Not now, Angelo. This is
not sure how we get Dave.
This is like Christmas, man, in August for me right now. Look at Dave. He's sitting back. He's got the finger up. He's like the thinker. You know the thinker? The statue. Look at him. Dave the thinker. He's thinking, I'm going to kill someone. His eyes are opening up. That's not looking good. Look at his eyes. Look at those eyes. 2 times he's opened them up. If he opens them up for a 3rd time, this shit's getting real. There we go.
Now
there we go.
Fucking works. What the fuck?
Angry Cat is back.
Saying, AJ, I don't know what you were saying, but I could tell by the chat. I could tell by the chat it was pissing me off. I could tell it was annoying.
Actually, it wasn't me that started, but we agreed with you that Jon Jones is the greatest fighter of all time. That's what we were saying. What's your problem?
And I said, you're crazy that you think that Sean Strickland should fight on a fight night. Sean Strickland should get the next title shot, man.
Fred's got a point.
Bullshit about Whitaker versus Khamzat.
That's the fight they're going to make, Fred.
Yeah, well, Strickland should still get the next title shot.
Dricus feels that he beat him. I think the UFC feels that way too.
You saw Dricus in his Borat thing?
Uno momento.
Yeah, with his little outfit there. Yeah, it was a nice outfit. Now we got rid of AJ. That's good. I didn't even want to hear AJ anyways. Just don't fucking understand why these things just happen midway through the goddamn. Anyways. Fuck. Where were we, man? So you guys talked about Strickland, and are we done with that?
I think so, man.
I don't know. I feel like I missed a chunk of the show. I don't know what happened now. I don't know where I am. I'm completely lost.
Parlay time.
Oh, fuck. Just another day. Just another day. It never fucking ends. Oh, my God. Okay. Dana White is mad at Merab Dvalishvili. Did you see that?
Yeah, what's up with that?
I sent it to you guys.
Yeah. So Merab posted a picture of like a cut on his head. It's not just a picture, it's a video of a cut on his eyebrow, on his like, oh, fuck. I'm looking at it now. I didn't just heard
Let's see
Dana's
it.
comments about it. I didn't actually see the video, but it's a
Can you
bad
show the
cut
cut?
on his eye here, on his eyelid. It's really bad. And Merab is fighting when?
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah. He's done. Soft
Okay,
tissue, dude. That takes a
Merab.
long time.
Why is he doing this? Dana White says, quote, last night, the whole world knows about Merab's cut. He posted it. Our guys are so dumb. He doesn't just say Merab. He says our guys. Like, what does that mean? What are you talking about? Who are you talking about, Dana? Our guys are so dumb. It's next level unbelievable. All the stuff I talk about boxing, what I will give boxing credit. When something happens in a camp, let me tell you what, it does not leak. Our guys can't fucking wait to throw it up on social media. It's a small cut. It's no big deal, but obviously needed to be posted. And why the fuck would you want O'Malley to know that? It is next level stupid. Some of these guys are so stupid, it's mind-boggling. It's unbelievable. So he's kind of shitting on MMA fighters while propping up boxers in this comment. Right? Like, I'll tell you, boxing guys, they know our guys, MMA fighters, these guys that I've made all my money and life off of, fucking idiots. Fucking goofs. Take it easy, Dana. Okay, don't say our guy. Don't paint it as all of MMA fighters, because that doesn't look so nice. But, yeah, Merab doing that is not bright, and Dana was very mad about it. Dana doesn't like that camp, it seems like. You know, like, he's mad at Aljamain Sterling all the time. Now he's mad at Merab. Yet he seems to get along real good with Matt Serra. What's going on? It's weird.
Dana being Dana, man.
Fred, let me tell you, do I sound funny a little bit? My tongue hurts.
You sound perfect.
Motherfucker elbowed me yesterday. I bit
the
my
mouth?
tongue in flow rolling.
Oh,
Oh.
that sucks.
Imagine that.
Yeah, you do sound a little funny, actually.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
But my
you got
tongue
like a
is,
kind of a
all
lisp
fucked up
going on.
one side. Shit. How you gonna? Anyways, Fred, we'll talk about that after the show. Okay, I got to tell you about that. Fucking, what happened there? I got elbowed twice yesterday.
Talk about Greg Jones, man. Like beating like Garcia. That was nice. That was equal rights there.
What? I mean, it was all
Greg.
right.
For a
Craig.
second, I thought you were. Yeah, I heard Greg. I'm like, who's Greg Jones?
Greg.
There is no Greg
Greg.
Jones.
Did I say Craig or Greg?
You said Greg.
I mean, that was the
Maybe,
most boring
but-
fight on CGI. CGI was great,
It
incredible,
was amazing.
but the Gabby versus Jones fight is the one fight that I could have not seen, and I would have been okay.
It was good, but like, how do you watch all of it? It was like
Too long.
So long.
20
man.
hours. It was too long, man. The first night was like 10 hours.
There
I
was
tried to stay till 1 in the morning.
32 hours of jiu-jitsu this weekend. If you put CGI and ADCC, like if you watch, there was 32. Way too much
It's too much, man.
of
Like,
live jiu-jitsu.
That's it. Like, I watched some ADCC and some Craig Jones Invitational, and
I watched
you know,
most of it.
yeah, you watched a lot of it. You're super hardcore, and you're doing that all weekend, and, you know, fine. But goddamn, man, I just don't have the patience to sit around and watch all that jiu-jitsu. I'll watch a match here and there,
It was
but
good stuff, man.
like, I like it,
I like
but
that
I'm not
Canada
going to
guy,
watch it for
Fred.
9 hours straight. I can't watch anything for 9 hours straight.
Craig Jones
But it
has
was- it
something
was
with the
good.
format, man. The 3 5-minute rounds, the pit,
Mhm.
that was very good. Now they
Yeah.
just need to cut off
Yeah.
a little bit of the talking because, like you say, the first day I think finished like at 3 a.m., even past 3 a.m. Like that is
Past
way
3,
too
Fred.
late, man. Yeah,
And it started at like
So-
5 p.m.
yeah, exactly. You know, it lasted 10 hours, 12, over 10 hours. So that's crazy.
Yeah.
Imagine
It was a bit
buying
too much.
Less
ticket.
talking, more fighting.
Like, I saw Nate Diaz
Listen,
there
it
at
was
one
a
point.
packed
How long
crowd.
did he stay?
I don't know.
Who knows?
You know what I mean?
That's where Mirab went after. Oh no, it was at CGI. Mirab went after a heckler. You saw
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that all about?
I'm not sure.
Man, that was crazy.
I don't know what's going on.
Like he
there.
smacked him on the head or something. I was like, oh no, here we go, another like
He
fight
didn't
in
really
the crowds,
smack
man.
him. He just like went like a, you know,
Like
little
Give him a
noogie.
noogie.
big brother
noogie.
thing.
Old fashioned. Man, I was trying to get back to you. I was kind of impressed with the Canada guy from Australia that was fighting. You know, he took out the number one favorite, and I was like, man, this guy like with his footlocks, I'm like, oh, he's gonna probably like breeze through, and then he ended up losing.
Bernard.
But
He beat Victor Hugo.
yeah,
Kennard, the guy who
Beautiful.
killed Omar. Crazy.
was it Kennard? Yeah, Kennard. I was saying Canada. Kennard.
Luke Kennard, something like that, I think his name.
Yeah, very impressive. Man, Australia's pumping out some pretty good MMA fighters, jiu-jitsu fighters, and whatnot. There's something going on.
That
You know,
what's
Kyle
his
Noki
name?
was in the
Levi
crowd.
Jones Leary, something like that. That
Oof,
guy's
he was
pretty
good,
cool
man.
also.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Oh my god. You know, props to Australia.
Rotolo brothers. Cade.
Impressive, man.
There's good jiu-jitsu out
Big
there.
money.
I really did not watch a lot of it. I watched like, here and there, but I was not I don't know. I was
The
doing other
ADCC
shit
was
this
good,
weekend.
too.
I just didn't feel like watching all that jiu-jitsu.
Well, we were at the fair, me and Dave, actually. I was going to
Yeah.
say Fred.
Yeah.
We were at the fair, and then, you know,
Little carnival action.
a little carnival
riding some
action
rides.
going on.
Me
Yeah,
and
we had
AJ
some
on the
fun
bumper
with-
cars, bro.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
Yeah.
I was trying to take a video, but I couldn't get the play button because every time I was trying to hit it, somebody was bumping me, and it was some kid and then another kid. I was like, man, I
Or
gotta
me.
watch my kid not to get bumped. But I was
Or
like,
me
then
and my
most of the
kid
time was Dave.
bumping you.
Yeah,
Most
I
of
was-
the time it was
I was
me and my
trying to-
kid running into you.
I'll
I
be
was
right
trying to
back.
avoid you like
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Yeah. That was fun, man.
Uh-oh. What happened there?
Everybody's dropping out at some point on this show.
But I'm telling you, it was fun, man. But
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, I was just worried with my little guy because he kind of has the Marab look right now. So
Yeah, he was all right, though. He had a good time.
yeah, but I
riding
have to
the
make sure he didn't
rides.
bump his head.
Living the life.
Hey man, those
Kissing the
game people were
girls
like
and
busting
making
chops, eh?
Huh?
Damn, they were like the game people, like come and play. It's only gonna cost you $20. I'm like, what?
The
20 bucks
carnies,
to play
man.
the
They
game?
want the money. That's their
Screw
job.
them, man. And then they get all rude and everything. It's like you don't
They
go and
got
they start
rude.
like under their breath swearing at you in French. I'm like, hey, tabarnak, I understand.
I didn't notice that.
I did, man. I was like, okay, my kid's here. AJ, take it easy. Don't do anything crazy. I was gonna pin that thing right in someone's butt there at one point.
Wow. AJ, you got a lot of rage going on, man.
I do, man.
Trying to fight people at the carnival. That's not where you fight
But it was
people.
great. It was fun. It was fun. We had a good time. It was nice, Then I went
Yeah.
straight into the jiu-jitsu thing. And you're right, man. I was up till, like I said, 1:30 in the morning, and it was still going on. And I was like, I think like Fred was right. It might finish at 6 in the morning at that point.
Weren't we watching
But-
UFC?
We were watching UFC.
We watched
then I was
UFC Saturday night, right?
Yeah, and I was watching UFC.
Oh, that was a debacle of a show. I remember
know,
that.
It was
I mostly did a
nonstop.
watch along by myself. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was a disaster for me on my end. But it's okay. It gave me a chance to go on the couch and watch the rest of the jiu-jitsu tournament, which
Yeah,
was
that's
fantastic.
That's good.
And just to quickly
Dave
like
holding
say,
down
like,
the fort,
at the
Doing
ADCC,
a
which is
solo
basically
watch along on Saturday night. That fucking sucked.
Why?
but you did
'Cause
well,
AJ's
man. It was
connection
great.
never worked.
Yeah, AJ's connection was just a disaster the whole time. It was a mess.
So you did what?
It was
Like
really
a
bad.
full pay-per-view
You know,
alone,
you-
man?
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Nice.
Like I came in every once in a
Yeah.
while, like,
Yeah,
And
AJ
then I
came
kinda
in once in a
fizzled out.
while. I had him for maybe 2 fights total. I don't know.
yeah. Yeah, about
Not
2
great.
fights and,
Yeah.
and then I fizzled out and then I'm like, oh, fuck this, man. It's not
You
looking
know, like,
good. But then Dave
I-
took it, man. It was great.
I had a family gathering and I came back and I was too drunk to jump in, Dave. Sorry.
Yeah,
don't
Yeah,
think
Freddie
I
was a
would've-
little smashed
I
there.
don't think I would have helped. Yeah.
I think you would have helped. I think
You
could've. I don't think
anything
so.
would have helped
Yeah.
at that point. I think drunk Fred
But-
on the show would be fun once in a while.
Mhm.
You know, could be interesting.
Drunk Fred, high AJ.
Drunk Fred is pretty silent. Like tired Fred is silent. Drunk Fred is silent. Drunk tired Fred, well, he's a
Wow.
zombie.
He's
It's
saying
another
nothing.
level, man.
He's very quiet.
But regardless, dude, you did well. You took the show, man, and you just carried it through. I was watching, the show while I was watching like the fights, and I was like, okay, Dave's gonna flip out on me, but you know what? He'll get over it. The week will go by. You'll understand.
It's been rough.
Hey, listen, man, it's been a rough
Friday
week
tomorrow,
for me, man.
man.
Actually, today is my dad's birthday, like, the 22nd, man. So I gotta wish my dad a happy birthday. Even though
God bless.
he's not with us, but he's it's his birthday, man.
Yeah.
22nd already, man. Jesus.
I mean, summer's over, man. I was telling people like the last couple of days have been cold. The spiders are coming out. Like all the signs are there. Summer's over.
Yeah.
There'll be a heat wave. Guaranteed. We'll have a nice September and a nice October. A warm November. Liz, wishful thinking, man.
Well, look, the Yankees won yesterday and they won again today, so that's good. Hey, AJ, nice hat, fucking jabroni. What a jabroni.
I was gonna wear the Yankees. No, I was gonna wear the Yankees, but what happened was because I was running back and forth, I grabbed the wrong hat and I threw on this one, and I'm like, oh man, I was gonna wear the Yankees today.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna. I could go back and get it, but.
You know who the Yankees beat today?
I don't think your Yankee hat would match with your shirt. I think you did it on purpose because like the red from your hat matches with, like.
Look at that. With the did my lights go out in the background? Oh man, I had a red light going too. Actually,
Yankees
Fred,
all day,
it was
every
not
day.
planned.
Go Yankees. Aaron Judge hit his 48th home run of the season. The
Jesus.
man. He's on
Royce,
pace to hit 61.
Do work.
Who knows? He might hit 65. You never
on
know.
the juice.
Aaron
The juice, man.
He's not on the juice, man.
OJ,
He's clean
he's on the
and
juice.
excellent. Yankees won 8-1. They beat the Guardians today, AJ. I don't know if you know this. You're wearing a Guardians hat.
Yeah.
I
Such
think.
an ugly name.
I didn't watch the game, but perfect timing.
Why do you have a Guardians hat anyways?
You know what? I don't want to, to be honest, I'm not too crazy wearing the Guardians because I don't like the name. I'm like,
Me neither.
I'm old
God.
school,
I
man.
miss the tribe.
That's right, man. I'm the tribe person, and I was thinking about that today. I'm like,
AJ's the type of guy who's offended when things are corrected.
Ricky
He's like
Vaughn,
offended.
Roger Dorn.
I'm so offended.
I mean, the
I think it's-
legends that played for this team, man. Come on.
Yeah, man. That's
Who
a
are you talking
disgrace,
about?
man.
Ricky Vaughn, Roger Dorn,
Wow.
Pedro Serrano. Come on, man. Not because they had a
Come on,
shitty
Cleveland.
bitch owner that we shouldn't love the Indians.
Are you talking about the
Yeah, you're right.
movie
I should take it off right
Major
now.
League?
Mm-hmm. There you go.
I was
man.
like, who are these guys? Are these guys from like the seven? What? Because to me,
That
I
was a
think of
great
the
movie,
Indians.
man.
I think of Jim Thome. That's who I think of. Big Jim Thome.
I'm old enough to remember Joe Carter over there before he was with Toronto.
I don't remember that at all. Well, the Guardians now, the Cleveland baseball team, the Guardians, they lost to the New York Yankees
Guardians of
today.
the Galaxy.
Today
Yeah.
and yesterday in the Bronx. So the Yanks taking 2 of 3 from the Guardians, and they are alone atop the AL East. And it looks like they're going to gain even more ground because the stupid, filthy Astros are beating the Baltimore Orioles. You know what's weird is that
Let me get my
the
garbage
Orioles
can.
are like the Yankees' main division rival right now. They're neck and neck for first place. But goddamn, do I ever hate the Houston Astros more. I respect the Orioles. I got no respect for the Houston Astros baseball team, and I hate them. I think they're absolutely garbage, cheaters, crap organization, crap team. I hope they lose the rest of their games. Except tonight. I hope they beat the stupid Orioles, because that'd be good, because then the Yankees would gain some ground. They're what, 1 game up? They could be 2 games up in first place right now. That would be sick. 2 games? It's almost a comfortable lead. Let's go. Okay, what do we have this weekend? We got fights? Jared
Yeah, we got
Cannonier
fights,
versus
all
Caio Borralho. Caio
The
Borralho.
nerd. The geek.
I think he's that's actually not a bad fight.
No.
The undercard is not great, but the main event is pretty good. Cannonier, he hits like a truck. He's really, he's tough. He's been in the division forever. He is coming off a loss to Nasruddin Imavov, though. He got TKO'd in the 4th back in June. That's not a long time ago. I feel like maybe the UFC is trying to build a name off of Caio Borralho, who smashed through Paul Craig back in May. He is 16-1. This kid is looking good. He's 31 years old. He looks younger, though. He looks young for his age. He is, I'm going to guess, the favorite, Caio Borralho over Jared Cannonier. Favorite. Say it again.
I said a pretty big favorite, but
really,
don't ask me why, man. Maybe somebody from Bet99 could help me, or maybe you could help me, Dave. But every time I go on Bet99 now, they don't have they give me the odds, the decimal odds, man. They don't give me the American odds.
You can switch. There's an option to switch.
I know, but I don't see where. Annoying. So yeah, he's a pretty big favorite, but I don't know the odds exactly.
I can tell you the odds right now. Caio Borralho minus 240. Jared Cannonier plus 195.
Yeah, makes sense.
I remember they did switch at one point, and then I was able to switch the odds on the website, Fred, but I can't see. I can't remember how I did it. I'll figure it out for you. I'll send you a thing.
Thanks.
Call customer service, man.
No, you don't need to do all that. It's just something. Oh, here. Fred, you see where it says top leagues there on the side, on the left-hand side of the screen? Go to the bottom left of the screen. There'll be a thing that says odds format.
Oh, great. American.
There you go. American.
USA.
There you go. Fix it for
That's
Fred.
right.
That's how we do's
baby.
it, baby.
And listen, man, the odds are pretty right, because if you look at Cannonier, the only way he's going to be able to beat Borralho is to knock him out. And the thing is that this guy has never been knocked out in 17 UFC fights. He's never been KO'd, man. And that's the difference. He's elusive, he's strong, he's powerful. He started the Geek Club like in Jiu-Jitsu. The guy has it all. Stand-up, ground game, everything, man. A strong judo background, great Muay Thai. Then obviously went into Jiu-Jitsu to clean everything up. And it's going to be a tough one for Cannonier. I think the odds are right on that one.
I think Borralho probably wins. I think Borralho is a bit heavy, a little too heavy of a favorite, but I think he'll probably pull it off. Cannonier's 40 years old. Borralho's 31. Cannonier just got finished in his last fight. Seems.
I don't think
like where we're going.
Yeah, it might. I don't think somebody will get knocked out in this fight. I think this will go to the distance. It'll be a decision win, and if I had to go with any odds, I'd go with a decision win for Borralho.
I think Borralho might finish him.
If he gets to the ground, maybe.
I could see a knockout. I could see it. Okay, I got Borralho. We're all going with Borralho in the main event. Do we have parlays here?
Sí, señor.
This undercard is no bueno. No bueno.
Well,
Wang Kong
Hill
versus
Tabath
Victoria
Ricci.
Leonardo. That's going to be a fight. Let's watch that. Oh, this is the Ultimate Fighter finale, too.
Okay, that's why.
That's why we have jabronis on the card, Fred. The Ultimate Fighter middleweight finale, Ryan Loder versus Robert Valentin Frey. And the Ultimate Fighter featherweight final, Marin Santos versus Khan Ofli. And let me tell you guys, I did not watch a single bit of the Ultimate Fighter this season. Couldn't find a reason to do it. Couldn't think of a single reason to watch. I was not interested in the interplay between Valentina Shevchenko and Alexa Grasso. Forgive me, but I don't think a lot of people were. I don't think a lot of people were excited to see what happens in this bitter rivalry. I don't think a lot of people even give a shit to see them fight for a third time. This may be the least cared about trilogy fight in the history of MMA. And I don't want to take anything away from either woman because they're both fantastic fighters and I've got lots of respect for them both individually. I want to see them fight again, kind of. And I'm the audience, really. I'm the target audience for this fight, and I only kind of want to see the trilogy. So they're just not big draws, you know? Valentina has been great in her UFC career. Hasn't sold a lot of tickets. Hasn't sold a lot of pay-per-views.
Yep.
I don't think Grasso is either. Maybe in Mexico. That might help. But the UFC doesn't go to Kyrgyzstan, so Valentina's out of luck with that. So that's what's happening on this card. AJ, give me your parlay, and then me and Fred will do something after. What do you got?
So I'm going to go with, I'm going to start it with Shabazian for the win over Gerald.
Shabazian to beat Gerald Meerschaert. Shabazian plus 300, minus 300. Minus 300, sorry, yep. Okay.
And then I'm going to go with Michael Moraes.
Michael, who?
Moraes.
To beat Neil Magny.
Yeah, to beat Neil Magny.
Okay. Okay.
Then I'm going to go with Valentin on that fight, Overloader.
Hang on. I'm getting confused here. I'm getting lost.
Yeah. Valentin has
they got like two sections for this.
Yeah, they
event.
got two sections. I'm trying to figure out where the hell we are. Valentin who? What the hell are you talking
Robert Valentin Frey.
Yeah, Robert Valentin. A lot more experience. I mean,
okay.
I'm seeing it going that way. Great wrestling, man. I think you're very well-rounded fighter, so I think Valentin will take it. Then I'm gonna stay away from like the Angela Hill fight, even though like she always performs so much better when I go against her. But I'm gonna stay away from that fight, and then I'm gonna go with Kyle Borralho.
Okay, so it's a 4-fight parlay.
Yes, sir. I'm not going crazy this time. AJ's taking it easy.
I mean, it's a little crazy, but it's cool. Damn it. I lost your parlay. This goddamn thing. Too many fights. Too many, yeah.
More fights, man. I went like conservative this time.
Yeah, well, I don't remember who you picked. Shabazian, Valentin. You just went all over the map.
Yeah.
Morales and okay. So it's a 4-fight parlay. 20 gets you 68 over at bet99.com.
Why is Morales such a big favorite? Like, is he that good?
Isn't he Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, that's his nickname?
Yeah, Michael Morales. Isn't he one of the Spider-Mans? That's Miles Morales. That's a different guy. You guys don't know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I thought that was why he was favored so heavy. Because, if Spider-Man was fighting, bro, you'd bet on him. You bet on Spider-Man.
Depending who, man.
I saw him beat up Macho Man in that first movie.
Spider-Man?
Same. Yeah, Spider-Man. The Spider-Man. That little Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire. Edmund Shabazian, Caio Borralho, Michael Spider-Man Morales to beat Neil the Magny. And Robert Valentin minus 160. $20 gets you 68.61 with the Team AJ parlay over at bet99.com. Fred, do you have anything? Because I'm at a loss. I got jack shit for this card.
Like I'm feeling like going for something crazy, man.
Ooh.
Because I'm not sure who this Michael Morales is, honestly. Like, I see he has 4 UFC fights, and I think I know the name. Once I'll see his face, I'll probably...
Yeah, unbeaten record right now.
I'm not going to pick him, though. I'm going to go with the veteran, Neil Magny. I'm going to take a chance. Plus 600, man. Neil Magny should not be plus 600. Come on, man. Respect the veteran.
There you go.
And I'm not a big fan of Edmund, so I'm going to go with Gerald Meerschaert, however you pronounce his name. So I'm going with a 2-dog parlay that could pay a lot of money that's probably not going to cash in, but hey, try it.
I like it. It's probably not going to cash in, but hey, try it. That is a great line. to convince people to bet on this parlay. I mean, it's a 2-fight parlay that if they both cash in, you win $476 off a $20 bet. So
wow,
yeah.
nice,
Flexing.
man.
Plus 240, plus 600. Mearshart and Magny 20 gets you 476 at bet99.com with the Team Fred Wild parlay.
It's possible, man. It's possible.
Anything is possible if you believe.
Except for Stipe coming to fight Jon Jones, but
no, he's gonna fight Jon Jones for sure. Why wouldn't he fight Jon Jones? You know how much money he's gonna make? Ridiculous, man. Would you fight Jon Jones or retire without the money that you get for fighting Jon Jones? I think you take the
you
money.
Gotta be able to walk into the octagon, dude. That's
whatever. As long as you can walk, you can fight. Give it a shot.
You couldn't walk too well the last time, but hey.
Neither can you, but you're still going.
Neither can I this week, man. It's been a tough battle.
You're still hobbling
week,
around. You're still trying. Okay, I'm going to give you a parlay. It's going to be
2-fight parlay. Let me guess.
Maybe. Yeah, I got a 2-fight parlay for you. A Dave Classic 2-fight parlay. Because this card is really not so bueno. But I'm going to go with 2-fight parlay on this one. And I'm going to go against AJ on a fight because I like doing that.
Oh,
it's always
let's
fun
hear
to
this
do.
one.
I'm going to go with Caio Borralho in the main event. I think he's going to win. It's a 2-fight parlay. 20 gets you 68 over at bet99.com. I'm also going with Ryan Loder over Robert Valentin.
Whoa.
AJ went with Valentin on his parlay. I'm going with Ryan Loder. I'm going with USA all the way, baby. He's fighting a Swiss man. Valentin is from Switzerland. I think good old-fashioned American grind you out, beat you up wrestling is going to win this fight. And Ryan Loder is going to walk away as this season's ultimate fighter. So I'm going with...
Don't mess with the Swiss Army knife.
Kurt Loder's son, Ryan, taking on Caio Borralho. It's a double whammy. You guys remember Kurt Loder from MTV? He did all the MTV news things. You don't know? Maybe not.
You still remember Steve Anthony?
Who? I don't know who that
was
is.
he much music? Oh, yeah, MTV. He was MTV.
I know Anthony DeLazio. He's a jabroni.
At times.
All right, guys. We've done it all. We've done enough. We've done enough damage for one night, I think. I couldn't hear you for a while. It was a mess. Fred disappeared. AJ disappeared. Everybody's disappearing. At least the Yankees won. That was good. And shout out to Antoinette, who's been a member now for tons and tons of months. 43 months. Thank you, Antoinette, for renewing that membership, staying with us. Patrick C. Hamilton, a member for 44 months. Thank you, Patrick, for supporting the team over at join.ringsidereport.net. He says, I didn't know about the deal with the judge until I read it on your website. Go check out our website, ringsidereport.net. And thank you, Antoinette, you gifting a membership. Antoinette gifted a membership to Franco316. So welcome aboard, Franco, and thank you to Antoinette. Join.ringsidereport.net. Join.ringsidereport.net. Membership.ringsidereport.net is what you need to do to support the channel. And Angelo says, now hang on here, Angelo. I got to take issue with Angelo. Angelo says,
whoa.
I don't give two Fs about baseball. Bring on football and hockey, please. And super chat.
I don't care about hockey, but bring football, man.
I don't care about
football
hockey
this weekend
or football. Give me October baseball, please. I don't give a fuck about hockey or football. I couldn't care less about either of those sports.
College
Count me
football
out
this weekend.
As soon as baseball season's over,
Florida.
I'm just fucking done, man.
Florida State, I mean.
Waiting for spring.
Seminoles.
Don't do that, Fred. Don't do that. Don't do it. It's not.
They're the Seminoles.
Yeah, but that's what the fans. All right, guys. I'm gonna go back to just me while these guys just run wild. Super chat. I'm gonna make sure we stay on YouTube and they don't fucking ruin the channel here. And we're gonna wrap up the show. These guys are just unruly. Sorry, Angelo, but you're gonna get Yankees talk on this until the Yankees are out of it or they've won the World Series. If they win the World Series, you're gonna get lots of Yankees talk, and it's never gonna end. And if they don't win, I mean, I'll probably still talk about that, but not as much because it'll hurt. But you'll get no hockey talk and no football talk on this show because I really don't, You know me, Angelo. You watch the show. You understand. Antoinette says, not happening, Dave. Not happening what? The Yankees are not winning the World Series? I mean, they got a better chance than the Blue Jays. Am I right? Okay. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Fred and
Ball
AJ.
game over. Yankees win.
What?
Yankees win.
Yankees forever. Thank you, guys. Okay, we'll see you all tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Time for Wrestling Uncensored.
Thanks for sticking with us to the end. We would really appreciate it if you could help us spread the word. Please share this episode on whichever social media platform you use. Add a comment below and consider reviewing us on Apple Podcasts. We are an audience-supported network, so consider becoming a recurring supporter at membership.ringsidereport.net. Check out our website at ringsidereport.net. Hope to see you